Time is 24 minutes past 6. You're watching the News Hour on GMTV. Friends and colleagues have been paying tribute to much-loved entertainer Jeremy Beadle, who died yesterday from pneumonia. He was best known for his hit shows You've Been Framed and Beadle's About. But as Joe Williams reports, he also raised millions for charity.
Hi! Happy New Year to you. Welcome. Please, come on in.
An original GMTV regular, Jeremy Beadle, was on the first ever show. But he will be best remembered as the nation's most famous prankster, playing outrageous jokes on an unsuspecting public. The show regularly pulled in more than 15 million viewers. He followed up his success with the hit show You've Been Framed.
I'm a very ordinary person doing a very extraordinary job. I've met a lot of wonderful people.
Behind the prankster image, he was raising millions of pounds for charity, and in 2001 he was awarded an MBE. 4 years ago he successfully beat kidney cancer, but just 12 months later he was diagnosed with leukemia. He was successfully treated, but 2 serious illnesses in such a short space of time were detrimental to his health. And yesterday evening, he sadly died after a short battle with pneumonia.
Well, Lynne Faulds Wood joins us now from Lyon in France. And Lynne, good morning. You know, obviously what we've just seen there behind that jokey image, he was working tirelessly for a number of charities. And I know that we last saw him at a charity event at the end of last year when he was his usual ebullient self, hosting yet another charity event for your charity.
And he looked great. I thought he'd beaten cancer, and it's just so sad to hear he's died. Yet Jeremy did the best show that's never been on television, and he did it for charity. And I asked him a couple of years ago how much he thought he'd raised, and by then it was about £10 million. But Jeremy could get everybody up on their feet. In fact, he got us in the chairs, all dancing at a quiz night. And I said to him, "Is there no way you can put this show on television? It's brilliant." But sadly, we'll never have a chance to try.
Actually, it's interesting, isn't it? Because many of the tributes have talked about how he was undervalued as a performer on British television.
He was the funniest thing on 2 legs. In the show he did, well, you were there. Have you ever had a funnier night in your life?
No. No, I haven't. It was great. And
no.
the point is, Lynne, as well, is that he was great company, wasn't he? Because, you know, he knew so much, not just about music, but he knew such a lot about general knowledge.
Oh, if you ever went to his home, he had this amazing library, and it used to take him sometimes a whole day to think up a question. I mean, I can't even remember any of them, but there's one that went something like, there's none in South America, there's 3 in Africa, there's 2 in Europe, what are they? And the answer was landlocked countries. But you could think all day trying to come up with an answer. They were brilliant questions. But he just had this ability to infect you with mad gaiety, and all the time he was raising all this money. I mean, Jeremy will have helped save a lot of people from bowel cancer, my cancer, because the money he helped us raise. I mean, he helped us fund a scientific researcher on a brilliant database. He raised lots for us.
And not just for your charity, as I said, he was a passionate supporter of a number of charities.
Well, one of the biggest ones was children with leukemia, which he'd raised a lot of money for, and how sad that he should end up getting leukemia himself. But he also used to go, he was up in Cumbria or somewhere once, raising money for a tiny little school. He'd travel the country doing this daft quiz, and everyone, you know, we've already got it fully sold out for later this year, and we just won't be able to do it now because there's nobody like Jeremy.
No, we'll all miss him. Lynne Faulds Wood, thank you very much for talking to us this morning.
Yeah, man, he'll be very sadly missed, not just by his colleagues here in television, but across the charity world as well.